Hi, Kevin from Darby Training Systems. I'm bringing you the Core 4 Lower Body Matrix from the Stretch to Win Institute. This is a fantastic system you can use pre or post-workout. Pre-workout, you simply increase the tempo. You just do it a little bit faster, and the breath is a little faster. If you use it post-workout for rest and recovery, you simply do it slower and with a slower breath. So in the first series, we did the kneeling hip flexor series. I'll continue from there. In the second series, we're going to target more the glutes and a little bit into the QL. We transition from this position into our hip opener. The hip opener, again, the heels are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. The focus is the internal rotation at the hips. And notice each time I roll, I'm pulling that shoulder out of the ear, so I'm getting a little extra work for the shoulder. From here, I drop my legs to the right. When I drop them to the right, my hands end up on either side of the knee. I'm going to adjust my position so you're clear on exactly what I'm doing. My hands on either side of the knee. Again, I think creating as much distance between the top of my head and my sacrum as I can. And then I reach forward as far as I can. My weight's transferring up to the outside of my knee, reaching forward, and my chin drops in my chest in that wave. Again, nice and tall. I reach forward, and drop my chin to my chest. I can walk my hands to the right slightly. Nice and tall, as much distance between the top of my head and my sacrum as I can create, and I reach forward. I reach, and wave through. And then I can adjust my hands to the right again. As tall as I can, and reaching forward all the way through. If there's an opportunity there, you can just scan back and forth, and wherever the opportunity is, you can add in a few mini waves to get those tissues to let go. So we just scan back and forth. Key thing here is a continuous movement. That's what targets fascia, not just muscle. Remember, the fascia wraps the muscle, so we want that continuous flow and movement. So I just keep walking my hands back to the right. Now this is an excellent technique for opening up the hip flexor complex for people who can't kneel. So from this position, I also want to think of taking the back of my head towards the sole of my feet. And from this position, I can open my chest up to the ceiling. I can rotate it down. Remember, we're looking for flow here. So I lean back, I can add a rotation, come all the way through. I lean back, I can drop down, open up. If you want to increase the intensity of this, just move the arms away from the body, roll up, roll down. Next from here, to target more QL, I rock my weight onto my left hand, I push off, and I turn and look at the sole of my feet. I rock forward, I push off, looking at the sole of my feet. I rock forward, all my weight on this hand. I push off and rock back, looking at the sole of my feet. The final sequence here, I drop down onto my elbow. I reach, it's a swimming motion. I reach my hand, I follow it with my eyes. I'm reaching over my ear, reaching forward, and exhale, I rotate my chest down to the ground. I reach, following my fingers, reach, and rotate my chest down on the exhale. Finally, reach, and flow from here. I can walk myself back. Another little scan here where there's an opportunity, coming back up into my hip opener. What you're going to notice when you do this is one leg feels a lot freer than the other leg, and you'd simply repeat on the other side. Remember, you have to be mobile to move.